Thank you. This is a role of a lifetime, but it is also an all-consuming character that you can't just play easily. It is very, very demanding. You had to give it a lot of time, emotionally, physically, and completely be absorbed. And not for a short time, but for a long time. Were there any apprehensions? Was there any fear about whether you'll be able to do it, how you'll be able to do it? It's a difficult role.
Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. And a big hello to everyone sitting back there. Hello. There were no apprehensions, Bhavna, about doing this part. When Rakesh told me the story, there was something that just clicked, and eventually, whether you're writing, whether you're directing, whether you're acting, no matter what field of endeavor you're in, eventually the thing that you rely most on is your instinct. And that tells you whether it's the right thing to do or not. So if you're going to succeed, you might as well succeed on instinct. If you're going to fail, you have only yourself to blame. So it just felt like a story that needed to be told. It was a very powerful story. They've spoken about it. I won't repeat that. But it just felt like a story that was a very powerful story, a story that needed to be told, a story that one would feel proud to be associated with. And like you say, a role of a lifetime, I completely agree. And it's taken somebody's lifetime to create this role, as well. So you understand the gravitas that there is attached to this character. You understand what it is that the director, the writer, the person himself, that's Milka ji, are trying to convey through this movie. And then when all of that feels like the right thing, then there is no question of what is difficult and what is easy. Everything feels like it's the thing that should be done for the part. So yes, of course, physically it was very demanding, emotionally it was very demanding. You required a lot of determination, will to see it through, because there were many sacrifices that needed to be made to play it, but all of it felt that it's for a very good reason. And that really sustained me through the entire process of making this movie.
I would be very curious to know how exactly you worked out your schedule at that time, how many hours you were running, what you were eating, how did you shut off yourself from the rest of the world?
The 24-hour breakdown is too boring to share really with everyone. But it was just a sole commitment to this movie and nothing else. So from the time that we started preparing for this movie, excuse me, which was in September of 2011 is when I got into preparation. We finished shooting this film January or December 2012 or January 2013. Somewhere there is when we finished shooting it. So till that period, I did not take on any other work. I didn't listen to anybody else's scripts. It was just living this life. And for me, it was very crucial to live the disciplined life that Milka ji lived when he was an athlete, because that would then mentally and emotionally put me into the zone of what it's like to be that person. You cannot pretend to be a dancer. You cannot pretend to be a singer and not sing. Similarly, you cannot pretend to be an athlete but not be an athlete. So for that reason, there was a lot of work that went into just creating the physical look is a manifestation. It's just the physical manifestation of what that lifestyle is. But it makes you so strong mentally. And it makes you feel invincible. It makes you feel that anything is possible to be done. So when you walk out, whether it's into a scene, whether you walk out onto the track, where there's athletes who've come from all across the world, who time 10 seconds in 100 meters and are really going to be seen in the Olympics very, very soon. And you have to run against them. You don't even want for 1 second, I didn't want, for them for even 1 second to think that this man is an actor and he's not an athlete. It was very crucial that you recognize the respect for another athlete in their body language. They're not actors. So for that, when we ran, it was important for them to be impressed by it. It was important for them to feel, oh my God, we're really going to have to push. So all of that played a very, very strong part in being this character.
It's very interesting observation.